If you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z action figures, then be sure to check out my review on the Bandai Super Battle Collection Son Goku Perfect version. So lately, Dragon Ball Super has been on a roll, to the point where fans are just clamoring for more, which is the first time in a long time that this has happened. So you know the series is doing something right. These past 2 episodes have been nothing short of great, and does 49 live up to the hype? Well, we're going to jump in and find out, because, oh boy, this episode, oh by the way, I should mention before we get into it, it's filled with spoilers! Yes, I'm aware that I'm going to slowly kill the joke, but hey, let it live while it still can, okay? Everything dies eventually, like future Maya and future Bulma. oh yeah, maybe a little too soon. I apologize. But as I was going to say earlier, we need to get into this episode as soon as possible. I'm going to try and talk about as much as I can because, quite frankly, this entire episode is nothing but exposition after exposition after exposition, meaning that we have a lot to cover. So if this comes off as long and lengthy, I do apologize, but man, there's just so much that we have to talk about. The episode starts off where the last one left off, with Trunks attempting to attack Goku. And how is Trunks put back into shape? Simple, a backhand from Bulma. Literally, that's all it took. Bulma just smacks him in the back of the head, and he's like, oh, where am I? Oh, well, okay, that's fine. And he was surprised to see Goku. Like I told everyone in the last review, which you can check out on my YouTube channel, I told you straight up, the reason why Trunks didn't think that was Goku was because the last time he saw Goku sacrificed himself in the fight against Cell. That was the last time Trunks saw Goku. And ever since then, he thought he was dead. So as the episode continues, Trunks sees Bulma, and right away he goes over there, grabs onto her hand, and it's kind of a sad moment because he has to take a moment of silence because, you know, his mom died. He's obviously emotionally wrecked to the point where Bulma's like, "Are you okay, Trunks? Is everything alright?" Trunks finally then gets up and he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. No problem." And while he's, when he was approaching Bulma, the Pilaf gang was freaking out. They're like, okay, something's wrong. There's definitely something going on here. Both of these kids' names are Trunks, and they're both the child of Vegeta and Bulma. Something's going on. What is it? We don't understand. To where Bulma has to come and be like, listen here, you little shitheads. They're both Trunks. They're both our child, except one's from the future and one's in the present. And everybody's like, what? Oh my god. And, Kid Trunks is like, oh, well, I really don't know what to think of this. So they look at the time machine, everyone in the group that was there in the last episode, Goku, Bulma, Vegeta, Trunks, the Pilaf gang, Kid Trunks, Beerus, and Whis. They're all looking at this time machine, and eventually, Bulma's like, yeah, this was made by Capsule Corporation, pretty cool, huh? Whis is like, while it is impressive, and here's the first tidbit of exposition we get, Whis explains that time travel is against the rules. Basically meaning that it's a big no-no. And people who get caught doing it, well, let's just say it's not good, because Beerus is heavily offended by this, to the point where he wants to blow up Earth again. Yes, again. Trunks runs up to Whis thinking that he's the god and he's apologizing for everything. And Beerus is just like, bro, I'm over here. I'm the god. And Trunks is like, oh, you are? I was certain that's what this guy over here was. Beerus gets so upset, and Trunks is so apologetic. It's hilarious. I love it. And Trunks is all like, oh no, don't blame her. Blame me. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm talking about future Trunks because he's like, oh no, I can't lose another mom. So Beerus is like, alright, you know what? I'll spare you if you give me more food. That's Beerus for you. Get me food I haven't tried before. And what are they? Ah, man. And the internet's going to have fun with this. Beerus and Whis are given wieners by Bulma, and everyone else gets wieners too. And I know I'm immature for laughing, but good God, there's just so much memes that could come out of this, and I think some have already come out of it on Dragon Ball pages on Facebook. They'll do anything. They will do anything on Facebook to get likes, I swear. So Bulma ends up going inside of the time machine to figure things out, and she comes across a little memo book that was left by future Bulma for, present Bulma. And it has everything that you need to know about the time machine in there. Pretty convenient. Has a little maintenance disc, And all this stuff just in case, the time machine decides to go all wacky and wonko. Wacky and wonko, yeah, that's a thing now, I guess. But that's pretty convenient, so that way Trunks is able to get back to the future. Ha! Called it! Also, there's scenes in the future where Goku Black is pretty much destroying things, still trying to find Trunks. And he's looking around and he floats above Capsule Corp, and he's got this time ring. And the time ring's telling him some information, probably that, Trunks went into the past. Now, I'm going to spoil some information for episode 50, but Beers and Whis point out that the only people who have those time rings are Kaioshins, or, like Kais, gods, It's also explained earlier that gods are really the only ones that are allowed to time travel because they won't mess anything up. Because Whis also explained earlier in the episode the butterfly effect. And obviously most of you know what the butterfly effect is. If not, Google it. I have no time to explain it. This also goes into the theory that I've had for a while now, looking at Goku Black, because he's got an earring, he has a time ring that is only for Kaioshins, and either he's working for a Kai, or he is a Makaioshin. And for those of you who don't know what Makaioshin are basically demon gods, similar to what Deborah was. And Toriyama has gone on in interviews and the guidebooks and stated that Makaioshin are present in the Dragon Ball universe, but we really haven't seen Toriyama implement them into the main story. We've seen them in video games like Demigra and Dragon Ball Xenoverse, but we've never actually seen Makaioshin except for Deborah. So hopefully Goku Black is a Makaioshin, because it would be pretty cool to see one in the series after all this time. Speaking of Makaioshin and Deborah, Trunks goes on to say that Majin Buu almost got resurrected in his timeline. And you're thinking, what? Majin Buu existed? Yeah, it turns out that Deborah and Babidi came and were going to try and awake him. But Trunks, I guess, knew ahead of time. I'm not entirely sure. I think he attempted to fight them and, literally couldn't fight them. So he ended up training with Kaioshin, or, Supreme Kai is known in the English dub. He ended up training with him so he can acquire Super Saiyan 2. And it's pretty much confirmed when he says that's how he got Super Saiyan 2. And, yeah, for all the Trunks fans out there, yep, Trunks can go Super Saiyan 2. We've seen it in the video games, but now we can see it in the show, so that's pretty cool. Trunks in the Super Saiyan 2 transformation was actually really strong, to the point where he was able to block Deborah's Spit Blast. Nobody does that! How did he do it? What makes him so special? Trunks ends up defeating Deborah and Babidi, and in the future timeline, there is no Majin Buu. Simple as that. So, future Trunks is describing to Goku and Vegeta that the enemy he's dealing with is a evil version of Goku. Basically, an evil person who looks just like Goku, and that's how he's been dealing with this guy for a year now. And how he came back to the past. And Vegeta looks at Trunks and says, so basically you ran away. You ran away from the fight. You're a Saiyan. You shouldn't be doing that. And Trunks is like, wait, it's not what you think. Trunks was trying to explain that he was coming back for help, but Vegeta wanted none of that. He basically wouldn't let Trunks live with the fact that he ran away. Which, you know what? Yeah, it's true. He ran away. But Trunks is nowhere strong enough to fight Black. When Goku Black arrived on Earth, he pretty much said that he was going to exterminate the Earthlings in the form of justice. So he feels justified in doing this, so that's an interesting character trait. I want to see how that plays out in the future. Goku then asks Trunks to spar with him, just so he can see how much stronger, or how strong he is compared to Goku Black. So, Trunks and Goku spar for a little bit. They both go Super Saiyan 2, and it's a pretty neat visual because they're fighting for a little bit. Trunks is actually getting a couple of hits in, like he's having Goku back away. But Goku then pulls out the Super Saiyan 3 card. Trunks is amazed because Goku was able to surpass a Super Saiyan 2, which is cool. And then he goes on to say, well, he is Goku. Yep, that's Goku for you, always having something up his wristband. Trunks tries to attack Goku with his sword just like he did in the Cell Saga or Android Saga. And remember how in the Android Saga Goku blocked his sword attack with one finger? Well, this time Goku does it in Super Saiyan 3 but with two fingers. Kind of funny when you think about it. Shouldn't he be able to still block it with one finger? Why do you use two? I'm not going to question it. I don't care. I have no time for this. So towards the end of this episode, we get an awesome scene with the sky splitting open with lightning and thunder. And out from the crack, the purple crack, Barney the dinosaur's asshole. But out from the purple crack comes Goku Black. And he has no idea where he is, but he spots Trunks. He's like, he's pretty much saying, I've been looking for you. And then he spots Goku. He's like, Son Goku is here too. And Goku says, and you must be Goku Black. And the episode ends with them staring down. Once again, Dragon Ball Super leaves you on a cliffhanger. And I swear to you, this was a great episode, but I swear, if they leave me on another cliffhanger, I'm already at the edge of my seat. If they do it again, I might just fall out of my seat, because I don't know how much further I can leave my seat. It's just, it keeps you wanting more. That's what a great series does. This arc has yet to disappoint, and I hope it stays that way. This is Gojira 2012, saying farewell for now.